All right, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome. Welcome. Happy Thursday. It is indeed October 13th, 2016. It is a Thursday. I am Darkside Phil, and welcome to my first stream of the day. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing good because today the weather is perfect for gaming. And what I mean by that is it is cloudy outside, completely cloudy. It is cool outside. So that actually means that I can have my blinds open, my window open, and I don't have to worry about the office heating up and becoming a clay oven, which is what it feels like when the sun is out there beating or if it's hotter temperatures. So I am excited because today is going to be a fun day. Today is going to be a day full of new stuff. Hold on a second because I hear a car outside. Darn it. Well, if you're not aware, I'm eagerly awaiting the delivery of my PlayStation VR today. Which is why I heard a car driving by and I thought maybe it was the delivery man. But it was not the delivery man. It was just a neighbor coming home. Probably for lunch or something. So yeah, today is the launch, the release day of the PlayStation VR. Okay? And I pre-ordered it from Best Buy. It is in transit. It is arriving here today. I just don't know when. It's out for delivery right now with UPS. So whenever they arrive, I'll get it. I am planning on doing coverage of that later tonight, including a live unboxing, a setup, live on stream where I show you all the stuff that's in the box and I try to hook it up for the first time and share that information with you, just like I did with the other consoles. If you remember a few years back, there was the Wii U, Nintendo Wii U, and then the PlayStation 4, as well as the Xbox One. I did the same thing for those, and people really seemed to enjoy when I did that. So that's what I'll be doing for the coverage of the PlayStation VR tonight. And then I'm going to play all the demos that come with it. Now, I don't know how many demos are with it, but I'm going to at least try to make a dent in them so that we can get an idea of what the games are like for this thing. And figure out, this seems like a good fun one, and this is one that I want to do, and this is one I don't want to do, etc. Okay? And then I'll end up probably, more than likely, buying the full games of a lot of those that end up being entertaining on the demo gameplay that we do tonight, and buy those games overnight, and then I'll be playing those tomorrow, Friday, all day long is going to be PSVR coverage. And in addition to that, over this weekend, I'll be balancing PSVR with other stuff. We're going to have the continuation of my WWE My Career playthrough. We're going to have the conclusion of Mafia 3, which I've been away from for a couple days now, which is a good thing because I was getting burnt out on it. All right? A lot of stuff. It's going to be fun. A good balance of everything today. So it's going to, or not everything today, everything over the next few days. So it's going to be fun. So that's why if you hear me, I hear the car outside, I run and see if it's here. I'm excited for the arrival of my PSVR. However, that is not what we're doing on this stream because it's not here yet. So obviously, how could I do something that's not here? I can't. So on this first stream for today, I've decided to wrap up the campaign of Gears of War 4, which I've now played for the past couple of days. We're about 5 hours into it. Okay, we're actually just starting, I believe it's Act 4. And from what I'm to understand, actually, I think we're at Act 4, Chapter 2 now, actually. I believe that the game has 5 acts with kind of a big, climactic ending or whatever. So we're more than halfway through it. And I get the feeling that we're definitely going to complete the story of Gears of War 4 today on stream. Now, if I beat it quickly, let's say I beat it within, say, an hour and a half, 2 hours. Well, as you know, this is a 3 to 3.5 hour gameplay stream. So what I will do is switch over to the multiplayer, okay? And then when I play the multiplayer, I'll probably try the various modes. As you know, I'm sure they'll have team deathmatch, and they'll have objective-based stuff. And then, there's horde mode, but I'm probably not going to play horde mode today. Only because when to do horde mode, you really want to team up with people who, are coherent, and they're not just being dicks or whatever, and running around, doing whatever willy-nilly. I actually remember playing horde mode of the past couple of Gears games and enjoying it when you had a team that knew what they were doing, okay? So I am going to be checking that out too, but I don't think I'll do that today. More than likely, if I have time, I'll just be doing the standard deathmatch stuff for today, okay? So that's the plan. Finishing up the story of Gears, and maybe some multiplayer. Tonight, the PSVR debut. Tomorrow, all day long, will be PSVR coverage. So that's going to be one of the most exciting days, I think, in a long time, because it's a brand new peripheral. Who knows what these games are going to be like, right? It could be quite interesting. So we'll see. And then this weekend will be dependent on how things go tomorrow. You know, if the PSVR is doing really well, people want to see more of it, really enjoying it, and are liking my coverage, then I may do another day of it on Saturday. If not, if people after, a day and a half are like, okay, that's good, but we want to see go back to the variety of the other stuff, maybe I'll mix it up, and I can go back to the other games. And the bottom line is, I have until Friday, October 21st, that's 1 week from tomorrow. I have one whole, week to do the PSVR and balance it with WWE and Gears multiplayer and finishing up Mafia 3, because I really don't have anything to do until Battlefield 1, which is releasing on that day, that Friday, the 21st. So, pretty interesting week is ahead of us. Wide variety of games for the PSVR, balanced with the stuff I'm already doing, and I hope that you'll enjoy it. Once I do start to finish stuff up, so for example, once I finish Mafia 3, or once I have several days of PlayStation VR coverage under my belt, I am going to be doing edited videos of all of that. A review of Mafia 3, kind of a review / experience impressions of the PSVR for KO Gaming. I haven't done anything for KO Gaming in weeks. It's been dead, because there's been nothing going on. I've been playing all remasters and stuff, and this is the first week in a long time that I'm actually playing new releases, and I'll be able to put stuff up over there. Okay? So, should be a lot of fun. I'm excited. I hope that you're excited as well. And, it's going to be a good week. Definitely a good week. And, of course, then Battlefield, and then Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. It's going to be a crazy end of the month. It's going to be a crazy month so far, and crazy coming up. All right? FYI, you might hear I'm in a better mood today. I am. Yesterday, I was very down because of the passing of one of our pets. And, it happens. It's life, right? And I apologize to anyone if I did sound down yesterday, either, on pre-streams or in the videos. I did my best to try to cheer myself up with the stream. And let me tell you, having this as my job is one of the best things, because being able to enjoy gaming with you on a daily basis allows me to distract myself from the daily negative stuff, right? And boy, did that help. Let me tell you, yesterday playing WWE and Gears, it helped. It really did. So thank you to those who turned out. Thank you to those who were watching the videos on YouTube. You guys and gals actually provided a distraction for me from something that was pretty sad, okay? And going along with that same line of reasoning, I purposely this week, for 1 week, I'm not even kidding you, I have not looked at video views on YouTube. I have not, I haven't let anything kind of deter me from just playing new games and enjoying them. Because, of course, my concern was, what if I get so wrapped up in views and so wrapped up in all that stuff that YouTube, unfortunately, ends up being about a lot of the time, that I don't enjoy the gameplay experiences because of it, right? So I didn't want that to happen. And so I purposely stayed away from any kind of, views or how's this doing, how's this performing. And all I'm trying to do this week is enjoy gaming. Every new game I've been playing, approaching it with a fresh attitude and, open-minded. And it's funny because, there's people right now in the stream chat, there are people complaining about Gears. Gears 4, this game's boring. Like, I enjoy a wide variety of games, okay? And it's funny because I'm going to be honest with everyone. I'm a very honest individual. And please don't take offense at what I'm saying right now, because I'm not trying to offend anyone's taste. But it was funny that when I started on YouTube 8 years ago and I played games like Gears of War 2, right? And then I played Gears of War 3 years later, people loved it. Wow! Here's a, Gears of War, fun game, and, experiencing it with Phil's commentary, and he's seeing stuff for the first time and doing the multiplayer and giving his opinions. And now it's like, oh, Gears, that's boring. And for me, it's not. Gears of War is one of those franchises, for me, it hasn't been overexposed. I've played 2 major installments, and then, of course, there was Gears of War Judgment, and I do believe that that game is terrible. I absolutely 100% believe Gears of War Judgment was a terrible game. So if you want to complain, definitely you can complain about that game. This game, not so much. This campaign is fun. It's fun, it's interesting, it has high production values, much like the Gears games of old, okay? So I'm liking it. And I certainly hope that those of you who maybe you're the silent majority, you know what I mean? A lot of people seem to be vocally saying that this game is boring. I'm not bored. I'm liking it. That's why I'm keep playing it. I'm not paying attention to YouTube views, and I'm not reading negative comments shitting all over the game and everything. I like Gears. I'm liking this game. And I'm actually looking forward to the multiplayer too. I think that the multiplayer of Gears is some of the most fun kind of third-person shooter multiplayer, and a lot of games don't do that anymore. So it's cool that there's still a franchise that's going for that. You know what I mean? But it's interesting that how attitudes change. Like I said, when I started on YouTube, people loved, oh my god, Phil's going to play Gears 2? That's amazing. And when I did Gears 3 and it was announced that Gears 3 was a co-op based game, and I did a 3-player co-op, oh my god, Phil's doing 3-player co-op in Gears 3. Did you hear this? We got to turn out and see this. And now here we are years later for Gears 4. It's like, oh, this game sucks, boring. I don't know. I don't get it. I like it. I really don't get it. So that's why I'm playing it. That's why I'm enjoying it. And again, I'm trying to stay away. I know that Mafia 3, I honestly know that Mafia 3, sadly, is a game that had a lot of attention when it first released a week ago. And then immediately, once people played about 6 to 7 hours of it and started getting to the repetitive grinding part of the game, people were like, what the fuck is this? And I'm right there with you. I have to agree with you that game went from a high to a low. But the good news is I'm past all the grinding. Like in Mafia 3, I'm in the end game of the game now. So when I resume it, it'll be the conclusion. I won't have to worry about that boring grinding and stuff. You know what I mean? So that's good. That's actually a good positive thing that I'm looking forward to in the next few days, hopefully, right? But yeah, I think that's kind of the attitude that a lot of people are having, is they get super excited about the new release, and then after like one session, they're like, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. It's like, well, not every game is going to be stellar, you know, but a lot of these I'm enjoying, you know. I don't know. I understand. Like I said, please don't take it that I'm insulting you if you don't like what I've been playing recently. It's just that I've been having a blast in a lot of cases. You know, Mafia 3, I got through the grinding now, and I'm enjoying the end. And Gears 4, I'm liking. WWE, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with. I think that WWE this year is really refreshing with what they did with the My Career mode so far. I don't know how long that's going to last. It could die out really quickly. You know what I mean? It could get really boring and really played out. But for now, I'm enjoying WWE. So this week's been good for me. I hope it's been good for you. I don't know. Like I said, I have not been looking at YouTube. I refuse to. Because sometimes I think that something's great, and I look and it does terrible on YouTube, and I get all upset about it. I don't want to. You know, I have to. That's something that I have to do. I have to learn to relax and not let the pressures of performance on YouTube affect myself and my enjoyment of games. Because I think when I'm truly enjoying a game here on stream or in a video on YouTube, it comes through and it becomes a better playthrough for you. Versus if I'm all stressed out and angry because things aren't going as well as I'd like them to do, then it doesn't come through as positively, right? So, there you have it. All right. Without further ado, I don't want to blab forever. Very quickly, we'll go through a quick session of plugs, and then we'll get started here, okay? So first off, obviously, I'm going to plug Loot Crate. You all know that I've been unboxing a wide variety of loot crates recently over on my vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs, including 2 loot anime crates and the most recent loot gaming crate, which I thought was one of the best crates I've ever gotten from Loot Crate. If you haven't seen the unboxing yet, please check it out. It's actually really good. Pertinent stuff to games, like here's the Gears of War 4 thing. There's stuff for Dark Souls, stuff for Dead Rising 4. Even Battlezone, a game that I grew up with on the PC, is in there. There's that much cool stuff in this loot box, so check it out, okay? But if you would like to possibly get a Loot Crate subscription, if you're interested in maybe getting some cool collectibles, shirts, all kinds of stuff, all right? You can use my referral link and discount code to save 10%, and I get a little bit of referral credit for it, okay? So, the link is That was not the link. lootcrate.com/darksidephil, DARKSYDEPHIL. And then you could choose any Loot Crate subscription from that screen. There's a drop down where you can switch between them. Loot Anime, Loot Gaming. Hell, you could even do one of those specialty crates like WWE. And then you use the code SAVEME10DSP at checkout. That's SAVEME10DSP. And you'll save 10% on any new subscription. Okay? And by the way, those are cancelable at any time. And you can use that code an infinite number of times to switch between subscriptions. I know some people like to get one box of each subscription. Like they alternate every month. Oh, this month I want Loot Anime. This month I want the regular one. This month I want Loot Gaming. You could do that and you save 10% every time you do it. Pretty cool. So thank you for those who have used that code. A lot have. And I got a decent amount of referral, payout last month for it. So thank you and please continue to use it. Good idea, maybe for a gift for the holidays and stuff, coming up. Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP. Twitter has been great. This week, let me tell you guys something. When my pet passed away a couple nights ago, I got an outpouring of support on Twitter and on my Instagram. Thank you for that. I mean, complete polar opposite of what it used to be. Seriously, like I used to post stuff up on Twitter and I would get bombarded with nasty shit. It was so nice to hear people come out and give me their condolences, and some people actually shared about their stories of their own pets and stuff. That's awesome. That's what social media is about. It's about having interaction with other humans and trying to help other people out and share knowledge and share experiences, and that is awesome. I think it's because obviously about a month ago I got verified on Twitter, and now, there's no more imposters, there's no more of this bullshit on Twitter because I'm verified. So, check it out. @TheyCallMeDSP. Every night I post up a schedule for the next day. Sometimes there's overnight polling to determine what, I'm going to be doing for the next day. I also post up fun pictures and stuff on there, stuff I did. Last night I posted up a picture of the movie I was watching, Tremors, horror movie from I think it's either the very late 80s or the early 1990s, I forget. A young Kevin Bacon. But it's a great movie. And, it's Halloween. That's why we're enjoying all this horror and Halloween-themed stuff all this month. And, but anyway, yeah. Social media is key. If you do follow me on Twitter, please consider retweeting and or faving the tweets that I put out that you find entertaining or informative or whatever. It actually helps the business, all right? KO Gaming, I already talked about. KO Gaming is going to pick up shortly. This is my YouTube channel where I do edited content. I have not done anything edited in weeks because I was super busy with the remasters of BioShock and Dead Rising. Then I got caught up with a few other things. Then, this past week I've been playing Mafia 3 and I'm playing new releases, but I haven't finished them, so I can't review them yet. All kinds of edited content is coming your way shortly. Probably next week I'm going to start taking the second half of every day to work on these edited videos and release them for KO Gaming. Okay? So, definitely check it out. YouTube.com/KO Gaming 1. It will be picking up soon. Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. If you like my daily live streams, you like the videos that I put out on YouTube, and you want to see me continue to be able to give you free content on a daily basis as my job, all right, on a full-time basis, this is the way that you can go above and beyond. Your monthly pledges to my Patreon allow me to do this as a job, but also you get cool personal perks for pledging to my Patreon, and you contribute to a monthly goal. This month's goal is the return of the Indies Marathon. I've done this marathon many times in the past, and every time it's a great time because I get exposed to a bunch of games from indie studios that normally I probably wouldn't have played, okay? Just a few suggestions that I put at the bottom of the screen here. Anzu, which is from the same studio that made Journey, came out earlier this year, as well as Darkest Dungeon. Now, that's just a couple suggestions. I'm not saying that that's definitely what I'm going to be doing, but just throwing that out there. If you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon by the end of this month, not only will you get all the perks that you would get for your $5 pledge, like getting a text thank you in a video all month. It's actually the week in preview. You'll get the credits of that every single week. And also you get premium forum access where you can vote on events and stuff. But also, you'll be able to nominate and vote on the indie games that will take place in this marathon at the end of November. Now, I'm going to be honest with everyone. It's been slow this month. Almost no one has really pledged to my Patreon, and that's expected. We're only in the first half of the month, and, there's no big push right now. Right now, we're I think it's like about $150 away from hitting the goal for this month, but we've got a lot of time to make that up. We've got over 2 weeks left in October to make that up. So please, as you're watching my content this month, you're watching me cover the PlayStation VR, you're watching me cover all these new games, you're here for the streams, you're watching the videos on YouTube, think about it. If you like that, you want to see it continue for free, please consider pledging. All right. And then last but not least, my girlfriend Leanna owns her own business called The Black Currant, where she sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. This is a very popular business. She's got hundreds of orders since she opened last year. She ships internationally outside of the United States. If you do not live in the domestic United States, that is fine. In a lot of cases, she can ship to your country. The soaps are great. They're high quality. They smell great. In fact, the only soap that I use when I wash is her soap. Last night, I'm actually excited because last night I took a shower and I finished using the cinnamon bun soap that she had given me about a week ago. And now I get to start using Kentish Rain, which is my favorite, my personal favorite soap that she makes. It smells kind of like either Zest or Irish Spring would be my best comparisons I could give you. Oh, and it's so good. It makes your body feel clean when you get out of the shower. You don't feel oily or you don't feel dried out like a lot of these other soaps. It's really good for you. And then she also does wax tarts. These scented little cubes of wax that when you melt them, it makes your house smell good. You know, this is the time of year, the autumn, in the United States at least, where people start to burn candles because it's cooler and you want your house to smell good. You can't, it's too cold outside to be opening the window because then your house gets cold, right? So you burn a candle. Well, instead of doing that, get these little wax cubes, right? Put them in a wax tart melter that costs literally $10. I'm not even kidding. That's how cheap they are. And there's no fire hazard like there are with candles. You don't need a lighter around. They're really good. So anyway, I'm obviously plugging the shit out of it. And you might say, why would I take Phil's word for it, right? Well, don't. Go to the websites right here on your screen right now, etsy.com/shop/theblackcurrant, and check it out for yourself. You will find tons of positive feedback. People who actually have ordered the products and loved them and gave their feedback. So, all right. That is it for the gratuitous plugs, everyone. Let's get resume here with Gears 4. And I will say this. Thank you for those who are eagerly awaiting the PSVR coverage. I know I am too. I want to see what this thing is. And, when it arrives, it arrives. Hopefully it's here by later tonight. Oh, by the way, worst case scenario, everyone. If for some reason it doesn't arrive, the PSVR, which I don't foresee happening, it says it's in transit right now. I can't imagine unless it falls off the fucking truck in the middle of the street. We'll be doing more WWE tonight. We'll do a stream of WWE tonight. But I think that it will arrive and we'll have the coverage later tonight. Okay? All right, folks. That is it. Thank you for being patient. Let us begin with the conclusion of the story of Gears of War 4.